Okay, wow. Mario Kart World is looking absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited for this game. But, anyways, there's been a lot of new information and things lately that have come out for this game, and let me tell you, it's looking really, really awesome. And there's a lot of features that maybe is it worth the price? Let me know, and let's get into it. So, going off of Mario Kart World, did you know that this game was actually supposed to be a Nintendo Switch game? Now, originally, the developers wanted to make a fully open world Mario Kart game, but they didn't know where to take the game. So, they wanted to keep trying to figure out how this game would run on Nintendo Switch. It turns out that it wasn't able to be run on Nintendo Switch, so here we are, it's a Nintendo Switch 2 launch game. So anyways, there's been a lot of things that point towards this game being amazing. Not only the NPC cars that really have their own mind. You can sometimes find little toads walking around. You can find other drivers driving around the city just like a normal days of work, which is really, really awesome. There's also been a lot of information about being able to stop at a gas station and get yourself a bite to eat. Now that right there is really, really cool because you can just manage to just, hey, I'm going to go and give you some coins and then you're going to give me a burger. Now, not only will you be able to get special burgers and special little items, they will have rarities. Now, sometimes you might be able to just bump into an item. It'll be a common item. And then maybe you can get a rare item or a legendary item because these meals show a different rarity path. Now, if you take a look at this screenshot, you will see that some of these items look like, okay, so this is like a common item, and then it moves to the next tier and the next tier. So that leads me to believe that you will find different costumes, and not all costumes are going to be available to you. You'll have to do different things in the open world to get those costumes, which I find really, really interesting and really awesome. So yeah. Now, you'll also notice that in some parts of the world, you will be able to drive around, and not only will you be able to collect coins, but some of those coins will be in spots that are really, really hard to get to. So you'll have to use your imagination and figure out how to get to that spot. May that be to jump off a cliff and use your glider to get to whatever spot, because some coins, some special little peach coins, can be on top of roofs, which is cool. So that leads me to believe that you can go essentially anywhere you want in this world, and it really shows that because a lot of the hidden secret either P buttons or the coins or even just special little costumes that you can try to unlock are hidden behind this little secret path, which is really cool. Now, you will be able to use little binoculars that you can see across the lands, and you can just look around how beautiful it is, and you can feel that full, adrenaline rush of going towards things. Now, there's been even more gameplay and even information about being able to run into animals. Now, we already know that you will be able to be a cow in this game, but did you know that not all cows are going to be drivers? Some of them will be loose animals around the wild area. So you can just go up to the animals and say, hello there. And yeah, you can see a whole bunch of animals. And I think the NPC drivers are as well really, really cool because, there's a lot of NPCs. Instead of the world feeling a little bit barren and a wasteland, it's actually a full living, breathing world. So instead of going into some dry spout that is just like there's nothing around but to drive straight, there's going to be a lot of things that you can do. There's going to be a lot of NPCs that you can, do something. You can also find the special little P buttons that some of them, just some of them, will have these special little unique mini games. Like there's one that you're able to drive around cows. You try not to hit the cow, and you have to get to the end of the checkpoint, which is really cool. There's another one you have to grind through rails, and you have to collect all the blue coins, and you have to get to the end without getting hit by a piranha plant that's shooting spike balls at you. So overall, it's really, really interesting, and I'm really excited to see where all of this stuff takes you. Now, not only is this really cool, but there is some kind of radio station that it seems like. Now, there's a radio station in the game, so when you're driving around the open world, you'll be able to change the radio station to different Mario musics, which I found really, really neat because instead of just sitting there, okay, so it's just gonna switch to either this song or it's just gonna be quiet. You can either turn the music off or you can change what kind of music will be playing when you're driving around. Now, that right there is exceptionally exciting, especially if you're really excited for just the open world, just to go and explore, just to see what in the world is going on here. Well, hey, the radio station kind of thingy where you can change your music is pretty interesting. Now, it's probably not going to be an exact radio station that, it's going to be like Pauline over there singing songs and also saying, "What's the weather like?" But it's possible. There's not been 100% confirmed that it's not going to happen, but it just seems to be like it's just going to be you changing the track. But it would be really awesome to see Pauline, "All right, so today it's a thunderstorm at large, so make sure that you're not near the ocean and also have a great day." You see, that right there would be really cool. So just maybe we could be seeing a radio station like that. But overall, I think it's just going to be like some kind of, you can change the music. Now, there's a lot of hidden secret passage where you can go anywhere. You can even find things that are hidden inside of walls. Now, some of these will be most likely shown to you on the map. All right, this is where you're supposed to go. But overall, you can still just drive around, find different hidden secrets, and maybe, just maybe, you'll either find a car decal or you'll even find a secret rare skin or something for your character. It's completely up to you, and I think that right there is really fantastic and amazing. So, yeah. The coins that you collect in the open world are going to be unique to you. So, there's going to be coins that are going to spawn in wherever throughout the map. And you can go and collect those coins. And you can buy things with the coins. You can buy character customizations. You can buy decals with those coins. You can buy food items. You can buy a whole bunch of things with the coins. So I think that right there is a really cool, interesting idea for the coins, because then you can just drive around, get some coins. Instead of wasting the coins, you get the coins. So I think that is a really interesting thing. So the title screen has also been announced. We know what the title screen is going to be like. So the title screen is going to be a pretty good title screen, actually. It's simple. It's just easy to navigate. You click into the title screen and then you see how many players you want. You click on the players that you want, and then it brings you into the menu, which is Grand Prix, which is versus race, which is also time races or battle. You click on whatever you want there, and then you get straight into the game. Or alternatively, if you are already inside of the open world somewhere, the game will just plop you into exactly where you were before, which I find that is really cool. So let's just say that you had to go somewhere and you wanted to turn your game all the way off, not put it in sleep mode or anything, just turn it all the way off because you're going to save battery life or something. So you would save and you would get placed right back. So let's just say you were inside of Peach's castle or something and you saved. Well, you start the game back up, you click play, you do all your menu stuff, and then you get plopped right back where you left off. So overall, that right there is such a good thing because, then you don't have to drive all the way back to get to that spot that you wanted to explore, that spot that you wanted to get your special little item or whatever it is. So yeah, overall. So also it turns out that you will be able to get food items inside of races. Now, sometimes these food items will change your character style, or also you will be able to get a little speed boost from these little food items. So depending on what kind of food item you get, it will determine how big the speed boost actually is. So if you get kind of like one of those common items, you get a tiny little boost. If you get a rare item, you get a bigger boost. So overall, it's probably going to be determined by your placement in the race, how rare or how easy it is to get that item. So overall, pretty interesting. Now, there's a thing that I want to mention, something that I think that would be really interesting. So there might be a possibility that we could see an Animal Crossing character. Now, here's why. So if you go up to the binocular, you might see that there is a little plane in the air. Now this plane right here looks exactly like the one from Animal Crossing New Horizon. And I think that right there is really cool. So maybe we'll see something like Isabelle, Tom Nook, or something like that. Maybe they're going to take a road trip to Mario Kart World. It's not going to be completely canon. It's just going to be that, the Animal Crossing characters made their rounds straight to Mario Kart World. That is pretty fantastic. And yeah, so overall, I think that this game is going to be really, really awesome. There's a lot of information that I'm super excited about. I'm really excited to see what kind of creations are going to be cooked up in Mario Kart World. And what do you think about this? Are you excited for Mario Kart World? Are you excited for Nintendo Switch 2? Because we're less than 2 weeks away from the Nintendo Switch 2. Or we could say that we are 2 weeks away. But I don't count the day before, because then you're already getting excited for Nintendo Switch 2. Anyways, let me know how you think about this. Consider to hit the like button. Maybe subscribing if you are new. If you want to, thank you so much. And with that being said, hope you have a fantastic day. I hope you're just excited as I am to play Mario Kart World. And with that being said, see you in the next one.